I'm Brian Westbrook with GeekWire Studios here at AWS reInvent 2025. We are joined now by Matthew Packer, Principal Product Marketing Manager with Red Hat. Matthew, great to see you again.
Awesome, happy to be back, thank you.
Now we have a lot of great things to get to. Automation is a big topic for Red Hat this year. Let's talk about it. How does automation simplify management of your AWS environment?
Sure, so managing your AWS infrastructure can be a very manual task, right? Doing a lot of things by hand, manual configuration, lots of clicks. Automation really simplifies that, right? You can run an automated task to deploy your infrastructure, configure that infrastructure, optimize that infrastructure. All that can be taken care of with automation, so you're not manually doing any of that. As well, you can use it to understand kind of what you're running and where. So one thing that happens a lot in the cloud is cloud sprawl, where you have all kinds of infrastructure running right all over the place. You don't know what's running and where. Well, automation can help you kind of find where all that is, build dynamic reports so you understand what you have, and then you can go and say, shut that stuff down that's not tagged correctly, or nobody's using it, or it's the weekend and it doesn't need to be on. Automation can help with all of that too. So it really simplifies your management of all that cloud infrastructure.
I think automation, and I think of like, can you do my laundry? And it's kind of silly, but at the same time, it's practical because you want to be able to set up some of these tasks that you can set and forget, let it manage. And automation can also help you innovate with AI. Tell us about that.
Sure, exactly. So everyone is working with AI right now, right? It's the big buzzword, and everyone's got projects to do that need it. And how automation can help with that is that when you're deploying your AI infrastructure, you need to deploy it to different environments, be it development, staging, production, testing. And you need to make sure it's consistent in each of those environments and configured and following compliance in each of those. That's where automation really comes in to help, because it can make sure that you deploy correctly the right infrastructure and configuration and model and policy and compliance to every different environment. So you're getting the same deployment in your production as you are in your dev and your staging. So it really makes so you're not worrying about setting anything up, right? You can focus on the innovation, integrating it with your product, or integrating it with your organization. You can focus on that instead of kind of deploying and managing it.
And one of the great ways to do that is through the Ansible automation platform services available on AWS. Walk us through how the principles of automation that you've told us about just previously can apply into this tool to make it easier and to make it sort of turnkey real world.
Sure, so how it works is you can purchase the Ansible automation platform from Red Hat through the marketplace. We have a managed offering there, which makes it really easy to deploy, right? You don't have to worry about managing the platform, deploying the software, installing it, right? It gets deployed right away, you get up and running, and then it really allows you to start doing that automation quickly. Whether it be, managing your infrastructure, patching your Red Hat Enterprise Linux images, or managing your Windows images, whatever it may be, or even say migrating your VMs from say a older legacy virtual platform to a more modern platform, like EC2 instances running on AWS.
So really kind of help streamline that processes, take a lot of the grunt work out of deployments, making it simple and keeping an eye on everything at the same time. AI Ops, let's talk about that for a second.
Exactly, so that is a really big one for us right now, right? AI in general big, but AI operations is a huge one right now because there's all this AI infused in all the different aspects of your infrastructure right now, from observability platforms. They all have AI that's kind of monitoring your network, monitoring your infrastructure, can spot where there's issues, but you need something to take action on that. And that's where Ansible Automation Platform comes in with AI Ops. Is let's say your observability platform using AI is monitoring your infrastructure, it sees there's an issue, but needs to take action on it. So then it can trigger through event-driven Ansible an event where Ansible could say, okay, I see there's a problem there, let me go solve that. The first thing you can do is just gather the information about that issue, right? And then do ticket enrichment we'd like to talk about. So, update ServiceNow or an ITSM, tell it so someone can take a look and see what's wrong, but it could take AI Ops that one step further and say, if I found the problem, maybe I can go solve it. So it can go to an AI model and say, this is the problem we're seeing, what's the root cause? It can give back and say, this is the root cause, and we can use our kind of AI built into our system, Red Hat Ansible Lightspeed, that can build the automation to solve it, and then the Ansible automation platform can go and run that automation, and basically closed loop, full circle, self-healing with AI Ops. But you can build guardrails in there. Not everyone's fully comfortable letting it go, so you can have approvals in ServiceNow for it to go to the next step, or within Ansible as well.
And you mentioned the ticket augmentation. Sometimes that makes a big difference. If you can do the 20% of the research and development, like what's the problem? Oh, here's what I found that'll help a human being look at that ticket in ServiceNow or your ticketing system to then say, oh, I know where to go next.
Exactly, actually that is probably the biggest use case, right? And that's the first part of it is ticket enrichment. So as soon as it can go gather that information, it can gather the information about the error from the system itself, it can ask an AI model.
Pull some logs.
Yes, right, exactly, and put that on the ticket, and that helps triage time, right? So the level 1 support can triage that immediately. They don't have to go and gather that information to see which team they need to send it to. They have all that information waiting for them, and they'll be able to triage it right away and send it to the right team to solve it.
And sometimes that skips an entire step, which of course could be days
exactly.
of improving processes. I want to read you a stat and get your thoughts on this. 30 to 40% better price performances for generative AI workloads, and that's using OpenShift AI, Ansible, and Red Hat AI Inference Server. Tell us about that with the new AWS Titanium and Inference chips. What does this all mean? What is the goal here? What are we trying to accomplish by making things more efficient?
Yeah, so it's really, Red Hat's goal is to be kind of the underlying platform for all this, right? We want to make it really easy for everyone to deploy their AI workloads and be able to manage them. And that's why and be able to fully configure them, right? Have full control over what they're doing. And by taking advantage of kind of what AWS has, allows them to be more efficient, and you can tune it all, because we want to make sure our customers have full control over the automation, right? Controlling all the pieces around your AI, the models that are on it, the models that are there, the different environments, making it most efficient for you, so you can really control kind of how you're using it in all aspects of it. And so we're kind of building that ecosystem with RHEL AI, OpenShift AI, and Ansible Automation Platform, kind of manage it also, depending what size AI deployment you want to do. If you're just doing like a really small one, you use RHEL AI or Red Hat Enterprise Linux, or you can do a huge platform, a large platform, say on OpenShift AI, be in full control over it and assigning GPUs and all those things to really have full control and get the maximized efficiency out of your deployment.
And using automation to make your operations simpler and to further take advantage of your AI environments on AWS. And of course, AWS Marketplace is a great place to start to get that managed service. Matthew Packer, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Brian Westbrook with GeekWire Studios. Thanks for watching.